Hello Dub Nation, it's always a thrill to connect with you, especially as we're about to reveal the latest news that could shape the fate of our beloved Golden State Warriors. But before we dive into this whirlwind of information, let me make a friendly request. Show us some love by clicking the like button to strengthen our bond, and hey, if you are not subscribed yet, join our channel for a thrilling and emotional journey. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay ahead of the game.
The Warriors could still get their hands on the towering college phenom in the NBA draft. Zach Edey stands out as one of the most intriguing prospects in this year's NBA draft, with opinions varying widely on where the Purdue big man will land. The 22-year-old is expected to be picked in the first round, far above the Golden State Warriors' sole current selection at the 52nd overall spot. The Canadian has become a college sensation over the past few seasons, winning Player of the Year in consecutive years among a slew of other individual accolades. However, while he led Purdue to the NCAA championship game this season, there are significant doubts about Edey's ability to adapt his old-school style to the modern NBA. The Golden State Warriors could orchestrate a trade to acquire one of the draft's most fascinating prospects, Zach Edey. The Warriors may have pioneered the modern game with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson's devastating backcourt, but as they look to reshape their roster and reignite championship hopes this offseason, there's a case for needing a dominant scoring center to complement the defensive styles of Tracy Jackson-Davis and Kevin Looney. Adding a low-post presence like Edey to the mix with Curry, Thompson, and others would certainly be a bold move. At the very least, it would provide Golden State with a big body to deploy in certain matchups, with Edey's 7 feet 4 inches frame towering over any current Warriors player. So, how could Golden State acquire Edey or another first-round candidate? In a recent article exploring trades for each NBA team, Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report suggested the Philadelphia 76ers trade their 16th overall pick for Warriors wing Moses Moody. This deal could make sense for Golden State, who have notoriously failed to provide enough opportunities for Moody during his first 3 seasons. If the franchise remains uncertain about the 21-year-old's future role, they might be motivated to take a chance on another prospect who could be more impactful. This trade would also save the Warriors millions in luxury tax, as Moody is projected to earn almost $2.5 million more than the 16th pick next season. With this selection, the Warriors could realistically snag Edey, who is currently projected to go 15th in ESPN's latest mock draft, while Bleacher Report and The Ringer have him at 19th and 25th, respectively. Given the Warriors' success in last year's draft, this could be the kind of under-the-radar move that pays off significantly if Edey, or another prospect, blossoms into a star, despite the current skepticism about this year's draft class. Report further diminishes Warriors' slim chance of landing superstar. The Golden State Warriors, already facing long odds in their pursuit of Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James, may have seen those hopes further dashed following a major coaching update on Tuesday. According to Shams Charania of The Athletic, the Lakers are reportedly targeting J.J. Redick as their new head coach, following the dismissal of Darvin Ham last month despite consecutive playoff appearances. Hiring J.J. Redick could secure LeBron James' future with the Lakers, thwarting rivals like the Golden State Warriors. Though Redick lacks NBA coaching experience and only retired from playing 3 years ago, he appears set to beat out New Orleans Pelicans assistant James Borrego for one of the league's most high-pressure roles. No final decision has been made yet, and the Lakers still have steps remaining in their head coaching search, league sources said. But there are strong indications that Redick is their top choice at this stage, reported Charania. Redick's candidacy has raised eyebrows due to his relationship with James, especially since the duo recently launched the podcast, Mind the Game, together. Although Charania reported last month that James is not involved in the Lakers' coaching search, it's hard to imagine the 4-time MVP leaving if his friend lands the job. James can opt out of his $51.4 million player option for next season and become an unrestricted free agent, attracting interest from several teams. The Philadelphia 76ers have cap space for a third star to join Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, while reports that the Phoenix Suns are working out Bronny James ahead of the draft have fueled speculation they might also pursue LeBron. Warriors' secret bid for LeBron was rebuffed, but hope remained. The Warriors made a secret bid for James before the mid-season trade deadline in February, but were emphatically rejected by their longtime rivals. Despite the setback, Golden State still harbors hopes for a summer move, with Bleacher Report's Greg Swartz identifying James as the franchise's dream trade target, contingent on him exercising his player option. However, news of Redick's anticipated hiring likely keeps this ambition as just a dream. The Lakers are expected to pursue their own trade plans to upgrade the roster around James and fellow star Anthony Davis, further complicating any Warriors' aspirations of landing LeBron. One underrated move proves Warriors' front office excellence. The Golden State Warriors need significant changes this offseason to rekindle their championship hopes, but some fans remain skeptical due to the franchise's frequent inactivity in recent seasons. While the trade of Jordan Poole for Chris Paul was a high-profile move, it didn't significantly impact the Warriors' performance as they missed the playoffs this season. Similarly, the decision to trade James Wiseman for Gary Payton II last February didn't provide the game-changing boost the franchise needed. The Golden State Warriors' acquisition of Tracy Jackson-Davis proves their front office excellence. However, if there's one move that should inspire optimism about the Warriors' potential off-season maneuvers, it's the initially underrated decision to acquire the draft rights to Tracy Jackson-Davis nearly 12 months ago. Among the trades orchestrated by Golden State in the past 3 years, Jackson-Davis's acquisition may be the most franchise-altering, with a potential decade-long impact. The cost. Simply sending cash considerations to the Washington Wizards. Initially viewed as a minor roster move, Jackson-Davis exceeded expectations in his rookie season, becoming a crucial part of the Warriors' present and future. The 24-year-old averaged 17.2 points, 10.9 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 2.4 blocks per game. He earned a starting spot in the final 11 games of the regular season, during which the Warriors boasted a 9-2 record. Now, Golden State needs to execute a more impactful trade, ideally bringing in a second star to pair with Stephen Curry. This will undoubtedly involve greater risk than acquiring Jackson-Davis, but at least it demonstrates that Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the front office can identify and orchestrate deals that significantly enhance the team's prospects. Proposed Warriors/Pelicans trade sends Brandon Ingram to Golden State. The Golden State Warriors are heading into what promises to be a pivotal offseason. With the potential end of the Big Three era looming, as Klay Thompson approaches free agency, the Warriors need to reshape their roster. Could Brandon Ingram of the New Orleans Pelicans be a potential trade target? Stephen No of Sporting News recently proposed a trade between the Western Conference rivals centered around the number 2 pick in the 2016 NBA Draft. The suggested deal would send Brandon Ingram to Golden State in exchange for Chris Paul, Moses Moody, a 2025 first-round pick, and a 2028 first-round pick. With an extension reportedly not offered to Ingram by the Pelicans, a trade could be on the horizon. If so, Golden State would be wise to seize the opportunity. This trade would be intriguing for the Warriors, who are reportedly looking to move Andrew Wiggins. Should Wiggins be traded, Brandon Ingram could seamlessly fill his starting role. Ingram would significantly upgrade Golden State's lineup, providing a player capable of creating offense for both himself and his teammates. Outside of Stephen Curry, the Warriors often lack this type of offensive catalyst, forcing Curry to shoulder the majority of the load. A reliable scorer averaging over 20 points per game, Ingram wouldn't just be an immediate upgrade for the Warriors but also a long-term asset. Turning 27 in September, Ingram is yet to reach his prime and could be a cornerstone for the next iteration of the team. For the Pelicans, they need a legitimate floor general. Ingram and C.J. McCollum have taken turns running the offense, and Zion Williamson has also handled the ball, but none are natural point guards. It's fair to question how much Chris Paul has left in the tank. He might not be a starting caliber player anymore, but he brings the veteran leadership and court vision the team lacks. Moses Moody, a lottery pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, could bolster the Pelicans' wing depth as a 3-and-D player. Additionally, the 2 first-round draft picks are highly valuable for New Orleans. Looking to shake up their roster, these assets could be pivotal in orchestrating a blockbuster trade should the opportunity arise.